Welcome to day 5, which is focused on the manipulation of strings. How to make use of this video: 1. Just watch the video like a TV program. 2. Take notes with pen and paper, pausing the video intermittently. 3. Open up the Python idle editor and type and run the programs. You can watch the video several times and each time do something different. The important thing to note is that you have flexibility. So what is a string? A string is a group of characters. Examples include, say you have b equals hello. So the variable is b and the value you've put there is hello. And note, strings are often given in quotation marks. C equals season's greetings. So the variable is C, the value is season's greetings in quotation marks. Note here you have a space and you also have an exclamation mark. D, the variable D is equal to cat. The cat sat on the mat and the elephant sat on the grass. Note here you have spaces, you have letters, you have this and symbol here, and you have a full stop, and all this is within quotation marks. E equals horse 1, 2, 3. This string is within quotation marks, you have letters and you have numbers. So a string is a group of characters, and here are some examples. Now we can manipulate strings, and here are some examples of string manipulation. Now these aren't the only ways you can manipulate strings, but there are just some of the ways. Number 1, chocolate. Chocolate is given in uppercase. We can convert it to lowercase using some sort of methods and functions. Here it is in lowercase. Conversely, 2, egg. You notice that some of the letters are in lowercase, so you can convert them to uppercase. Egg is in uppercase. 3, the cat sat on the mat. Counting the number of occurrences of a particular word, such as the. Well, there are 2 occurrences of the. Note the 2 occurrences, one is in lowercase here, and here the occurrence is the first letter is capitalized. So your program has to take account of that as well. Number 4, Happy Xmas. Counting the number of characters in a string. Well, how many are there? There are 12 characters in the string. How do we come to 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You count the space. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oops. So there are actually 11 characters in the string. Sorry for the mistake. And you also count the exclamation mark. 5, the dog sat on the grass. You replace the word dog by elephant. And remember, in a Word document, sometimes you have a word which you have written in an essay and you do want to replace it by another word. So if you replace the word dog by elephant, you get the elephant sat on the grass. And also here you have 2 strings, A equals cat, B equals dog, and concatenation, very important concept in string manipulation. So remember that word, concatenation, the joining of strings. So if you have A plus B, A is cat, B is dog, and you get cat dog. Write a program for number 20 which asks the user to input a sentence and calculates and outputs how many characters there are in the sentence. Okay, here is the code for number 20. Now if we just look at the output, it says enter a sentence, and we've written the cat sat on the mat, and it says outputs, there are 22 characters in the sentence. So how do we get this output? Well, sentence equals input enter a sentence. So for enter a sentence, we've put in the cat sat on the mat. Then we've got the variable number underscore of underscore characters equals len sentence. So len sentence means what is the length of the sentence, count the number of characters in the sentence, and there are 22. Let's just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, count the space, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So that's correct. And then it prints, there are number of characters, which is 22, and then it prints characters in the sentence. So here is the code for number 20. For number 21, write a program which asks the user to input a sentence and outputs the sentence in uppercase. Okay, here we have the output for number 21. So the output says, enter a sentence in lowercase, and we've written, hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, and this is the sentence in uppercase. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, all in uppercase. So how did we get this? So the first line reads, sentence equals input, enter a sentence in lowercase. So it's printed to the screen, enter a sentence in lowercase, which we have done. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. And it has assigned this sentence to the variable called sentence. Then it prints, this is the sentence in uppercase, so it is printed, this is the sentence in uppercase. Then it's got a variable called sentence underscore upper equals sentence dot upper. So it's taken the variable sentence and then dot upper, and this has converted all of the lowercase text into uppercase text. And then what you have is print \n, which means new line, sentence underscore upper. So sentence upper underscore upper is sentence in uppercase, and it has now printed it on a new line, or rather skipped a line. So you've got hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle in uppercase. For number 22, write a program which asks the user to input a sentence and asks the user to input 1, the word they want to replace, 2, the word they want to replace it with, and 3, outputs the new sentence. Okay, here is the code for number 22. Let's run this program. Enter a sentence. Say, I am learning Spanish. Enter the word you want to replace, Spanish. Enter the new word, Chinese. Press enter, and it says, I am learning Chinese. So how does this program produce this output? Sentence equals input, enter a sentence. So you've got enter a sentence, it's expecting an input. So I type in, I am learning Spanish. So the variable sentence becomes equal to I am learning Spanish. Old equals input, enter the word you want to replace. It is expecting an input. So I type Spanish, so old becomes equal to Spanish. New equals input, enter the new word. So we have enter the new word, and I've put Chinese. I want to replace the word Spanish by Chinese. And then I've got new underscore sentence. This variable equals sentence, which is I am learning Spanish, dot replace the old, comma, new. So replacing Spanish with Chinese. Now, replace is a built-in method in Python that we are using. Print new underscore sentence, so it prints I am learning Chinese. For number 23, write a program which asks the user to input a sentence and asks the user to output the number of times the word the occurs in the sentence. Okay, this is the code or program for number 23. Here is the output. Let us study the output. Enter a sentence. So we have entered the cat sat on the mat. And then it says the occurs in the sentence 2 times. So here is the word the once, and here is the word the twice. So it is the case that the word the occurs in the sentence 2 times. How do we get this output? First of all, we have sentence equals input, enter a sentence. So it's enter a sentence. It expects an input. So we've put in the cat sat on the mat. So sentence variable equals the cat sat on the mat. Then sentence underscore lower equals sentence dot lower. So lower is a built-in method, and what it does is that it takes this sentence here, the cat sat on the mat, and it converts it all to lower case. And so the variable sentence underscore lower is the cat sat on the mat, all in lower case. Now why do we do that? Well, you'll see here, if I say number of the variable, equals sentence underscore lower dot count this the is in lower case. Now you can see that this the has a capitalized T, and this the has all the letters in lower case. But here you can only put in one parameter. So if you convert all of this to lower case, this the becomes in lower case, this remains in lower case. So you can count the number of thes more easily. Then you've got print the occurs in the sentence number of the times. Now number of the is 2, and so you get the occurs in the sentence 2 times. For number 23, write a program which asks the user to input a sentence and outputs the sentence in lower case. Okay, here we have the code for number 24, and this is the output. So enter a sentence in uppercase, to be or not to be, and this is the sentence in lowercase, to be or not to be, in lowercase. So how did we get here? Sentence equals input, enter a sentence in uppercase. So here we have enter a sentence in uppercase, it's expecting an input. So we've typed in to be or not to be, and it has assigned this phrase to the variable sentence. Then it has printed, this is the sentence in lowercase, this is the sentence in lowercase. Then it's done a conversion, sentence underscore lower, which is the variable, equals sentence. So it's taken the value of sentence, which is to be or not to be, dot lower, and it has converted all the characters to lowercase. And then it says print \n, which means new line. So there's a sort of gap there. Sentence underscore lower. So sentence underscore lower is sentence in lowercase. And it has printed it. So you get to be or not to be in lower case. Okay, here we are trying to demonstrate the principle of concatenation, which is very important. So here we get print. This is to demonstrate concatenation. And you get the output. This is to demonstrate concatenation. The variable A is equal to cat, as in quotation marks. B, the variable B, is equal to the string dog, as in quotation marks. Print A plus B, so print A plus B, so it concatenates A and B, so you get cat, dog. So here we have demonstrated concatenation.